I come up with these ideas sometimes, spur of the moment. So
Hey, that was a lot of fun.
I knew we were going to do it. So all right. Whew.
I mean, usually I like it when it takes more than 90 seconds, but that was a long time. I was kidding.
Oh, that's wrong. All right, let me make sure we're on here.
Ooh, that's bright.
We good?
There we
We're
go.
live. There we go. Awesome. So, Xtor, did you send me a message, Derek? Wait a minute. I got some feedback somewhere. I did this so quick. I gotta figure out where the feedback is.
That was all good.
Okay, maybe no more feedback. I think I had something going on there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 1 second here. All right, so I made it that quick upstairs. This is the room where we do gabbins and legends and lures. And hey, Shane, can you close that door for me? I do have feedback still. All right. He didn't hear me. 1 sec.
I love the Star Wars poster in the back.
Right?
That's awesome.
Okay, we're good. Up and running. What's up, Les, and everyone who's decided to hang out here for session 0 for some new characters. So everyone, welcome. We got Little Burlek, but we have Courtney, CocoBunny. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Excited about
Yes.
this? Very
Yes,
cool.
So excited. So excited.
That's fantastic. Why don't you tell everyone, tell the audience about yourself?
Well, I'm CocoBunny94. I've been streaming since May, so Little Bird is kind of like my role model. She got me into streaming.
Great.
I'm all over the place with the gaming. It's whatever interests me. What I can kind of like Animal Crossing, horror, Fortnite, Call of Duty. I'm all over the place with gaming, but I love it.
That's awesome. Great to hear. And appreciate you, wanting to learn old school D&D, which is always the way that I play.
Yeah.
Just we've been doing it for ages. It's it's an evolved game system, so there are some custom rules. But as you could see from the game today, we'll have all and Christy's seen this. I walk you through what you need to do. I've been doing it for so long; it's almost like second nature. So
but you gotta watch your back with Jay.
So he
has hit me so many freaking times.
So I have learned and seen it.
So many times.
Yeah. But so what we're gonna do is on the 9th. This will be our first two members, and we'll get a couple others. Thank you. We're going to have we're going to start up a new group, and this will give Lerja, this will give Little Bird another opportunity to bring up another character, and then would you prefer Courtney or CocoBunny? You tell me which one.
It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you feels comfortable.
All right, sounds good. We'll do Christy. We'll do Christy and Courtney that way, because if I don't, then I'll start talking character names from old ones and stuff. So
oh, it's all good.
So we have this. This is my classes and races book. Within it, we got like 40 some. Ignore the scrolling down stuff that was left from the last Gabbin. We have 40 some classes that I have that are available. But we talked a little bit, and you love elves. You said, Courtney?
Yeah, I do.
You saw in the game that almost all the females play elves right. They all elves are half, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. So wait a minute. So XT, if you're still on, you won the dice. If you don't want the dice and you want the gift certificate for Troller Games for $10. It's a GC. So you tell me. You won the dice. That's what you won. So yeah, I have the green Titan dice. Left them downstairs, so they're yours. XT. If I haven't sent out I need your full name and address. Have I done that yet? Send out your full. I know you've been emailing me. Give me your full name and address again, please, just so I have it, and I'll send that out. I'll send it out Monday. All right. So, but note that there are the green ones are pretty. They are, Dale. They are pretty.
They are.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that sponsorship, because a corporation bought out Stratagem/Wiz Dice, I noticed they're not scrolling through on my corporate sponsors anymore. So I'm running them down. Yeah, but with them, a new sponsorship opportunity appears. So we got options for characters. So there are, and we'll do base, and we'll figure out beyond that. Fighter types, mage types, clerical types, healers, combative healers, specialty spellcasters, thieves. Now, the thing with elves, just like with Lairgia, Christie's other character, elves can multi-class in old school. Up to a triple class combination, which I think is a little too much to start. But I was thinking for you something, Courtney, something like a fighter magic user, which will allow you to cast spells, but then get into the thick of fighting. Now, you wouldn't be anywhere near as good as you saw how crazy Viriel is. Viriel's an Elven Cavalier class. That class is, she has some missile capability, but she's just fighting hardcore, going at it. But having that balance is something that may be cool. Or and I'm not saying you have to do that. There's other options. You want to become a specialty wizard of some sort, like Kyanthi's a fire elementalist. There's 6 different types of those. There are all sorts of different type rogue classes. There's druids. There's all sorts of things you could be. You could even be an undead hunter. Or a specialty subclass of a paladin. You can do all sorts of different options in there. So yeah, thank you. What are your thoughts? And then Christy, you just ponder all the things you've seen in the last year and say, hey, I'd like to try something similar to that.
I want to be a badass.
You want to be a badass? I have an idea for you as a badass. I do. I have an idea for you. So, what is Extort? Are you still on? Derek, I sent you a message in Whisper if you're still on. Looks like he got off, unfortunately. Oh, no, he's still on. If you want to hop on and just hang, man, for all the subs you did and all, please feel free to come on. Les, too. If Oblivion Seeker's on, too, you just want to hang and maybe talk about Greyhawk a little bit, too, you're both welcome using the same Zoom. So Extort and Oblivion, Les, you're always cool to come on if you so choose. So give me some thoughts there, Courtney.
I do want to try with your thought of the fighter spellcaster.
Okay, cool.
Elf. Yeah, definitely want to do that.
So I'm going to give you some options.
You know better.
So I'm going to give you some options here, and I'll make you a Selenian elf too. That way, in case you get a little higher level and you interact with Lairgia or you interact with Viriel, all those characters in Selene. So if we come to, I want to show you all, and this is for the audience too. Let's go up. Let's pull up a. Look at that! And Troller Games is even raiding into us. Awesome, Chuck.
Troll?
Chuck, are you there? Come on Discord, Chuck. Come on Zoom. Chuck, come on Zoom. My great sponsor, Troller Games. What am I doing here? Don't you hate it when you just lose your train of thought because something happens?
Happens daily.
Oh my gosh.
Happens minutely.
I'm bringing up the
Secondly,
Greyhawk.
Yeah, I get it.
Christy, how much time we got? We got an hour? We got 45 minutes?
I have nothing planned until 8 o'clock tonight. We're not going to be on that long, but
yeah,
I'm good.
I just want to make sure that I wasn't keeping you from something else. I'm trying to be considerate.
Not at all.
Okay.
No, you're good.
All right,
I would tell you.
All right, sounds good. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to bring the map up. I'm going to bring the whole Greyhawk map up and explain background and area so you can get an idea of elvendom in Greyhawk here. All right.
I love it.
Yeah. This is an Anna Meyer map, of course, Anna, all custom for my campaign. So
Oh, yeah, Anna is so good at this.
Anna is awesome.
She sure is.
1 second. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Session 0. There we go. Fix the zoom because this is the second screen. Yeah, it's just like how many things do you need to do as a streamer just to make sure you're ready to go? It's insane, isn't it?
It sure is.
Here we go.
Like I need to make myself a checklist every time.
Yeah, I know. It's so much.
I actually do one. I actually have one of those.
Oh, you do?
Chuck Combo, everyone. Troller Games.
Hey, Chuck.
What's up? Hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey, good. How about you?
Oh, I'm tired. We had a rough start this morning. My internet going out. Discord shows like 8 different times we went live. So one of those kind of days.
So,
you know how it is.
Oh, no.
Chuck, I had a bad server, and it kept on chunk, even though I had no packets lost. I stopped the stream and restarted it, and it was perfect after that. You know? What a way to treat a Twitch partner.
It's been doing that lately here. I think it was, we had a stream, was it Wednesday morning when we did the Kickstarter launch, and the same thing happened to me. In fact, I lost internet for 2 hours.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, dang.
The provider I have is a fairly new one, and they're pretty good. So I don't know. The last one we had was terrible, so I just chalked it up to being live. So it is what it is.
XT Candy, Chuck is on now. Reach out to him about that idea, please. Okay, he's on right now for your winning. All right. Hey, Patros. So
I tell you what he should probably, if he's got a problem, have him. Who is it?
XT Candy. He won today.
Yeah. Tell him, do this for me. Email me because it'll get lost and my Discord is not safe any longer.
All right. Put it in chat or wherever you want to do it. So as Chuck's doing that, here's the Free City Greyhawk, the world of Greyhawk, right? We have adventuring here. We were adventuring today. Here's the Free City of Altamira. This is mine. Eventually, we're going to have a published box set through Troller Games with it. Working on that. Here's Altamira. Here is Wolfmaster Keep. This is Skarn's Ruined Keep, where you started. So you were out in this area, this area of the Lower Mill Mountains, the last adventure. You were roughly out somewhere in here. So this is the area we mainly campaign in. The Kingdom of Selene, the Elven Kingdom of Selene, is right north of it. Here are all the noble houses. So here's your House Vicstrolin, the Vicstrolin estate. Lerja, you're here. There's your estate outside Enstad, the capital. All the others. Selmalin is Viriel. So just note that that's where all the elves, the gray elves, come from. So Coco, I'll have your character come from the lands of Selene. Onweir was from Carwood, right here, which is not far away. She was kind of a non-noble. I'll give you some noble background there, Coco.
Oh, thank you.
So here are your options as we're going to do. You can't do specialty classes in that multi, so you're going to be a magic user, just like Lerja is a magic user. She's a clerk mage. You could become a fighter magic user, or even a ranger mage. Now, the ranger, just like a ranger class in D&D, you get tracking, plus damage against humanoids, dual wielding, some bow abilities, but the fighter, Anna Meyer's first character is Imri. She's a ranger mage in my campaign. It is a bear of experience to go up. It takes forever. The fighter mage goes up a little quicker, so that may be the difference between the two. And so fighters get more weapons. Here's Anna's site. Yeah, Anna does some wonderful work. She's my partner. She does all the shows, Gabbin and Legends of Lore with me. Anna could be. You see her twice a week on my stream, on my channel.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Sure. She is wonderful. So that's your option. Just think about it a little bit. Would you want to be a ranger magic user or a fighter magic user? Would be your two options.
Ooh.
It's a tough call. It's a tough.
Yeah, I agree.
That is tough.
Yeah. Whoops. So let me go back here to the other screen so we can see everyone bigger. Yep. So that get you more pictures.
I fixed my chair.
Yep. Okay. So that would be your option. Just think about it a little bit. And then so Lerja. I'm sorry. So Christy, what?
You're good.
What are your thoughts? I told you I'd do that. What are your thoughts? You want a badass hacker, don't you?
I want to be able to get into the blood of my enemies after I chop off their head.
Okay.
She wants to be warrior bird.
So
I want to be warrior bird.
But I mean, don't.
Laridia always sits in the back, and I mean, I love playing Laridia. Detectability, prayer, this, and she's a badass. But I want to be able to rush in.
She wants to feel the spray of blood across her body.
Right.
Yes. This may sound kind of bad, but I'm an ER nurse during the day, but I'm gonna kick their ass at night.
Oh, we'll fix that up after the battle. I know what to do.
Is it Coco CocoBunni94?
I'll be able to fix you up afterwards.
BUNNI94.
BUNNI94?
Yeah. Yeah, no E.
Oh, I can't spell the name. BUNNI94. Sorry.
Is that your birth year?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, I'm old.
We're 10 years apart, okay?
Oh my gosh.
She's like God.
What's it like to be that old, Jay? What is it like?
Dude,
throne?
I'm older than you too, Chuck. Oh my God.
I know you are. I just turned 37 last week.
Stop it. Stop it. So
I just turned 39.
You look. Everyone here looks wonderful. So.
They do. Hey, listen, I have to go though. I have to go to a baby shower.
No problem, Chuck. Thanks for hopping on.
I just want to hop in and say hi to everybody.
Chuck, I hate to do this.
Nice to meet you too.
I hate to do this live. I need codes. I need codes. You didn't give me codes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I've actually got them. I just got to get to them.
All right.
That Kickstarter. Yeah. I'll get to you Sunday.
Sounds good. Give me some. A couple 25s and some 10s would be fine.
Oh sure. We'll just.
Hey, who is your top? Who's the top out of all your sponsored channels? And come on. I deserve it.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, Chuck, thanks for hopping on. See you soon.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
All right,
Thank y'all.
Bye-bye.
You too. Have a good one.
Yep. And survive him and give him hell.
We just did.
Good. You're already doing good.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've got to fix my chair. My mover's great day.
So here's my thoughts for Larry.
Sorry.
For Christy. Jeez, my God. Let's not go the exact same class as Variel. Let's not go Elven Cavalier.
Yeah, no, because I mean then I wouldn't be able to play with her.
Here's your options. Straight fighter class specialized or a duelist.
What's a duelist do?
What's a duelist do?
I'm guessing two things.
The duelist is the duelist is really nasty. Let me see if I can bring up the article for the duelist right off of it's the duelist is a specialized class by Arthur Collins, which we've used, and it says here the duelist, a chaotic non-player character, likes to make people pay. The duelist fights dual weapon and tends to have, will have a longer hand weapon in one and a second one, and have special abilities. They can parry a death blow on themselves in melee combat. They get bonuses to hit if the opponent has the same type of weapon in their hands. So you'll get almost the same amount of attacks as the Elven Cavalier, but you're coming at it from a different perspective. You're coming at it as a trained, not an assassin, but as one that will fight someone for honor or fight someone because you've been hired to. But you can be very chaotic character, chaotic good, chaotic neutral good, neutral alignments in that range. So I think that would be a good way to go, to be different than Variel's character, but have a little panache. You know what I mean? Have a little gravitas.
That sounds good.
Sounds badass, Bird.
A duelist. So
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally did think it was the other type of dual eye.
Yeah. So duelists tend to be characters that in the game and are much more rare than fighters, but they have their they want to form their own training academy normally, but by rule there's only one allowed per major city. So in Altamira, the main one, his name is Gilliam, and he's a high level duelist. He's never lost the thought is he's never lost a duel ever, and badass. These characters get to be like Elven Cavaliers, can deal a lot of damage when they get higher level. A lot. I'm talking like 30, 40 points in a round easily.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they get multiple attacks. But with that comes some differences to fighters. They don't wear heavy armor. The heaviest armor they wear is leather. So normally they're looking for bracers of defense. So they're gonna but their dexterity tends to be much higher than fighters, so that they lose their head in the 16, 17, 18 dexterity range right off the bat, and where they have no. If you notice in my game, when you dual wield, you usually have a bigger penalty in your secondary hand. They may not have any penalty at all fighting in either hand. So just so you're aware. Yeah, duelists are cool.
So
in fact,
they probably take a lot of damage though, since they don't have a high armor class. Though,
well,
right?
they have die 12 for base hit points instead of die 10 like fighters, because it's the ability to avoid damage is the hit points, right? Not the ability to take damage. It's that's what hit points stand for. So they actually have die 12. Now, if you watch Thursday night, Tom's character who played Thursday night, Halkus, it was a duelist. That was a duelist character that was being played in my main game with my players on Thursday last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, sound good? We get a duelist?
Yeah.
Here's your options.
Sounds good. Let's try it.
Racial options: human, elf, half elf. Human, full elf, half elf. Your choice of those three as duelists. And I'm going to put some notes down here. So,
Celerity is already a half elf.
Yep.
But she has a lot of like good advantages for being a half elf.
Yes, half elf's always good to play. There's no point.
Yeah.
There's no problem if you want to play another half elf. So, can't multi-class. Duelists cannot multi-class their Valmoku. So they can't multi or dual class. Yeah, they are stuck in their profession for life. It's a life profession. Like humans, certain human classes can go up and then dual class and start a whole new career. But we're not talking about that here at all.
Gotcha.
So, yep. So you want?
I think I'll do half elf again.
Half elf female duelist.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that again.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So back there to Courtney. So Courtney, you think about that? Fighter mage or ranger mage?
Fighter.
Okay. Full-blooded elf or half elf?
Full-blooded.
Full-blooded gray elf. You're going to be just like Variel. You're going to be awesome. She's gray elf as well. Okay, just so you know in the campaign. All right. The Houses of Selene. I think I can bring this up. Give me 1 second here. I may make you. Do you have any dice there?
Me?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it's good. I may make you make a roll here. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to show something on the screen, and this is in the campaign for Selene itself. Here's a listing of some of the noble. Oh my God! I didn't put you, Larry. I didn't put you on there. I got to add you to Victrolan.
That's rude.
I got to add you to that. I got to add you to that. I also got to add Variel. So this is from 2022. That's why it wasn't updated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a pass for
please,
about 5
please
minutes.
do. So, no barbarians at all as elves. It's only human in my game, old school. So here are some of the greater houses of Selene or the lesser houses of Selene. They're all noble. You really got the top 10 is noble. Roll me a 20-sided die, and higher the better.
Okay.
I think I got an idea.
I got 10.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Variel is from House Selmalin, okay? It's not really a house of rangers. I'm sorry, you're not a ranger, you're a fighter. I think I'm going to make you from a lesser house of Selene, but I'm going to put you in a house that another player who has a fighter mage, and that is Tony Winslow Brill. If you all know how great Tony is. Tony plays in with Ed Greenwood's group, 2 Drake Minimum, right? And she has a very, very snooty fighter mage. And I think I'm gonna put you in House Gestrul. And you know why I'm gonna do that? Because it's the same house as Lord Gazumba.
Yes.
Okay? My fighter cleric mage, I'm gonna put you in House Gestrul. For yes. All right, and you're full-blooded. I'm going to put you in the House of Gistrul, which will be really cool. And noting, and I'm going to show you on the map here, bring you onto the map of Selene and show you House Gistrul is way up here on the border with the Cron Hills, right here. Next to the Paddle Meal Estate as well, and here's the Cron Hills. Village of Hamlet's not far from here, if you know legendary stuff going on in Temple of Elemental Evil, all right up in this area here. So that's where I'm going to have you come from. So put you from a lesser house. Excuse me?
Kind of a little rural.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Kind of a little rural. But most of Selene is rural. The elves tend to be in pockets, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not very metropolitan in the elven, the elven states tend to have, most of them. It's not that many as well, too. A lot of them have been killed off. So, yep. I'm seeing if there's any classes out there. Yeah, that dragon article. Les, can you give me the number for the dragon article for that, so I don't have to search for the duelists? Because I'll just bring up the dragon directly here. Les, that would be helpful. Because 73. Thank you. I thought 72 was the cavalier. So I can bring that up. All right. So you're going to be give me a first name, and you're going to be of House Gistrul. That'll be your character. So you can bring up. You don't have to.
I did have one written down that spoke to me. I just gotta find it.
Cool.
Faunalyn.
Spell.
FAUNA.
Yep. Yep.
LYNN.
Nice. Faunalyn of House Gistrul. Fighter mage, and level's going to be like 4/4. That's where we're going to start. A little bit. I'm not going to start first because I like to throw other things at you. And stuff. So Faunalyn and House Gistrul. Awesome. Ideas on hair color. You're a gray elf, so you're gonna have silver, gold, a little, copper. Eye color can be violet, amber, blue, bright green. So you like that? You like this quiet? So we're getting this started up. This is gonna happen December 9th. We're gonna have this group. Yes, at least 4 players.
Fun.
Yeah, at least 4 players.
I know, I'm excited. Really
I
excited.
gotta think of a name.
Yes.
See, I was doing my research.
I didn't think of a name. I'm like all of a sudden looking at names like, what the hell?
Lairgia's fantastic names already. So for your previous one, so Faunalyn yep. Because we're trying to bring in more and more new people into the community, trying to get more streamers involved, because there's nothing better as Lairgia. Hopefully, Christy, you've seen this. Viewership goes up both ends. It goes up on my end, goes up on your end.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We cross communities over, and we just have a lot of more fun,
and make a lot of friends. And I mean, that's the important thing too.
Absolutely.
Get to know people and have fun.
Absolutely. And that's the key thing. And look, imagine, I know it may be a pipe dream, but if you can get out to GaryCon, we could all meet in person. It would be, I know. Well,
that'd be awesome.
It would be so awesome if we could do that. Let me get to dragon number 73.
I want to do it so bad.
Yes, without not getting you in any trouble with your fiance or your, I don't know.
Yeah, he'd probably come with, because
awesome.
I'd be like, hey, there's tequila. He'd be like, I gotta come with. He'd be like, yeah, I trust you, but tequila you. I'm just kidding. He'd be having to save up bail money.
All right, so what we have from Faunalyn is all I would need is a couple little features of visual for the character, because you all know I use Portrait Workshop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can. It's a great program. They sponsor my channel, and from that, I will just use the program itself. And as an example, let me just go into the works and just see. Let me go to the group we just played, Skarn's group. You get characters that look like, here's Kyanthe. That was April Hill's character today. Lairgia. And there's your House Victrolan. Yeah, so very easy to use. A great program. It's only $25. So you can always anyone can use it, and anyone can buy it. And I go right on my iPad It's only iPad or iPhone. There's not a PC version yet. Just go right on my iPad, develop the character. I send it out to you, and you go, do you approve? Do you like it? There's any changes you want me to make, and that's how we get our visual. I usually try and tie that into what the figure looks like a little bit too. So, all right. So as Courtney's pondering that, let's go to this article here for the Duelist. There's the picture. The Duelist, a chaotic 9-player character. We use them as player characters now. This is so old. This is from the 80s. Who like to show you how old I am. Arthur,
that means it's not that old. Shut it.
Here is 12 hit side dice. Your attack rates per round. So when you get up to 5th, you get 2, then 4, 2, then 4, just like Variel does as an Elven Cavalier, because you get 1 attack, primary, secondary, and then the next round it's 2 attacks with both. So that's why you get that. It's boom, boom, boom. As it speeds up, you get more and more and more attacks. When you get to 10th, you get really disgusting. You're going to get 4 attacks per round at 10th level. Wow. Yeah, that's when you get really gross. Yeah, with that character. And here's your armor class bonus. So when you're fighting things with weapons, you have an armor class bonus. Combat bonus is your specialization. That's +1 hit and damage. You are any weapon a duelist takes, you are specialized with in both hands, no matter what it is. So if you see on your list, you had just footman's mace. Well, that's really not a duelist weapon. But see, a longsword primary, short sword secondary. At first level, +1 hit and damage in both hands.
Nice.
Okay. 7th level, it goes up to +2. If you are fighting with the same weapon that an opponent's fighting with, then this stacks with this. Yeah. Up. So that's when, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
So duelists tend to take, instead of taking all those other special abilities, the one that takes 2 weapon fighting, they don't take enhanced defensive training. They don't take toughness. They take as many different weapons as they can, a couple primary and a couple secondary, because they're specialized in all of them. So you see them taking longsword, scimitar, epee, rapier, dagger, all these, because they try and vary so that they can pull out a weapon against an opponent that they can kind of have the advantage on them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and that's what a duelist does. Now they have this special ability. It's called parrying the death blow. I'm going to give you an example of what this is. Say you have 10 hit points left, and a monster does a claw, or a guy with a 2-handed sword does a critical hit, and they do 25 points of damage on you. Here, if it would put you to 0 or lower points in that blow. Not a special ability, not the petrification, not a death save versus a spell. In a melee attack, not a range attack, but a melee attack, you get to make a save versus death magic. You parry that blow. No damage.
Okay.
First one.
The first one. Got it.
Same combat if it happens a second time. Okay? You take it and half damage. You can't do more than a third one in a same combat unless you've received healing at that point on. So you're fighting. You have 2 attempts to parry. The death blow itself had to take you to 0 or less hit points. You get to stop it on 2 attacks, and this is melee fighting. Another advantage of a duelist has. Don't worry, if this happens, I'll walk you through when it gets to that point.
You're good. I appreciate it. I'm listening. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A month from now. What?
Yeah, it's the only character that has that ability in the game to parry a death blow. That class, only one.
Nice.
Good
Okay.
for you, Bird.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna make you a duelist. Up. Okay, cool.
We're gonna be a duelist.
You're gonna be a duelist. So
Badass duelist.
we have a half elf duelist and a full-blooded elf fighter mage. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you from the same house because I don't want, I'm gonna make you from I'm gonna make you from. This is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make you from the Paddle Meal Estate Lesser, and I'm gonna tell you why. Lord Gazumba, my character Gazumba, fighter cleric mage. His best friend is named Hawk, a fighter thief and they've hung out forever. I've adventuring going all the way back to 1981, adventuring with those two characters. So we're going to have you and Faunolin kind of be the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fighter
Gotcha.
mage coming from Justrul, and whatever your character name is and you two will be companion friends. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds
No,
good.
sounds good.
Okay, got it.
Just trying to.
In the mode of Gazumba and Hawk all the way back. Yes, I talk. Hawk came from Hawk the Slayer, of course, one of the greatest campy D&D movies of all time. Jack Palance is the bad guy in it. It's worth a watch at least once in your life. Seeing Hawk the Slayer.
I'm sure. That sounds awesome.
Okay, so if you can't think of a name now, it's okay.
I've been trying to, but I don't want to.
It's okay. There's no rush. There's no rush. But I will be, while I'm sitting watching football tomorrow, I'll be working up these sheets. I'll be working up the portraits. So
I'll have it by tonight.
Okay, half elven. You're half elven, so you can have a lot of human features. Hair color can be varied. You can decide that for me. I have 20,000 painted figures. I can magic figure up to anything. You see all the figures I have down there. Yeah. So
I mean, if any of y'all have any ideas for names, let me know.
there you go. If anyone has an idea for a name for Little Bird,
I saw
please.
Bob earlier.
What'd you see?
I saw Bob earlier.
Bob, no.
I got the birdie Bob.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Les, for telling me that. I should have known that number by heart. I've used the Duelist so much. So, Courtney, what questions do you have? It could be trivial. It could be campaign based. It could be anything you want. Any question?
Oh gosh, you put me on the spot.
No, just.
I mean, I guess it'll just be questions as I go along. So
as a fighter, you start with 4 weapon proficiencies.
Okay.
Okay. Then you get one at 3rd and then one at 5th. So you'll have 5 weapon proficiencies. Let me ask you this: your fighter part of your mage. Do you want to be a dual wielding fighter? You can do that still. Do you want to be a fighter who uses a shield that you tank up a little bit more? You can do more defensive. Do you want to be an elf, a rare elf who uses a 2-handed weapon? Because I'm going to tell you this: House Justrul. I'm going to show you a little background. Is my character, Lord Gazumba, fights with a very specialized weapon that a lot of the house fight with. Let me bring up the heraldry for the house, and then you'll understand the symbol on that. I should have done this earlier. I should have told you. See, things just come to me. 43 years of campaigning all gets a little.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Completely.
Especially 43 years of it. I've been alive 39 and I'm already like, what?
Let me bring this up and tell you a little bit about House Justrul. So here's the symbol for the house, Noble House of Selene, Lesser House of Selene. It is one thing they're known for is they have aqueducts running from the Cron Hills to the estate, and with that they have some of the most beautiful fountains throughout the estate. So they're known for their fountains. They're also known for a rarity amongst mostly the half elves. They fight with bardiche. They use bardishes. So all the guards, it's a great axe.
Gotcha.
So, yes, it's a 2-handed weapon. Now you have, as a multi-class fighter, you can't specialize in a weapon. You'll be proficient in multiple weapons. So you may want to take bardiche as one of your weapons, and take a bardiche and maybe take a weapon as shield, or you can, I'm not going to tell you how to play your character, but you have 5 slots that you can pick weapons and some special abilities, which I will discuss with you. Yes.
Okay.
I love that idea from Seeker. That would be freaking perfect.
What?
Is it
there you go. Orinthara. There you go.
Orinthara, the study of birds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Les is the encyclopedia of literature and knowing like everything you want to know in the community. So it's good to see you on Les, and thank. All right, so
that is awesome.
Orinthara, got it.
Orinthara
of House Powdermeal, got it.
My accent says it differently. How do you say it?
Orinthara? Did I say that right?
Because I wanted to
Les?
go Orin-Thara, but that's also I say y'all a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Orin-Thara, yeah, that's right. I got it written down. Orin-Thara. Oh, by the way,
Orin-Thara.
let's Chuck will get them to me, but let me
I love
go
it.
to Streamlabs. Let me set it up for at least one more gift certificate from Troller Games. Give me a sec. It's going to say the wrong thing. I'm not going to change the title of it, so it's going to say the wrong thing. But just note, it is. Let me write down the winners here. HB 1889, 2000 Caesar, and XT Candy. All right, got it. Let me just do this. Let me complete this. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let me complete this and restart it. It's going to say the wrong thing, but just exclamation point drawing. There you go. Set it up. So we'll do a giveaway where we're doing this too. Okay? All right. So there is. So you can decide in your fighter aspect, do you want to be one that has the defense up, or. But that doesn't mean you're not going to be good at fighting. Like a weapon and shield is a good, You also have so many proficiencies. You could take multiple things. You could take Bardiche and then take longsword and short sword and two-fisted fighting. So that way you could do either. You could fight with a two-handed weapon. You can fight with two one-handed weapons. You can change your stance. Changing weapons is a free action during the game as you move, so you won't even. You can do that round to round. So just note that.
Okay.
Yep. Just you can think on that. You don't have to give me that answer right now. But that's another good thing about being a multi-class fighter. You get a lot of weapon proficiencies. Some of those weapon proficiencies can get turned into mage feats as well. So, for example, you may want to take in one of those 5 extra spell slot. I think that's an almost must. So, as you go up in level, you get one. So, say you're 5th level, you'll have 4 first spells, 2 second, and 1 third. Extra spell slot gives you a slot in the next to highest casting. You'll have 4 first, 3 second, 1 third. Laird, I think your character has that in one of yours, don't you?
I want to say so.
I think you have extra spell slot in mage. Let me take a look. You have extra spell slot in magic user, yes. So that's how you get an extra 3rd level spell now. So as you go up, as your levels go up, you can move it around so that it's the level below your highest. You get a bonus spell. It's a must because then you'll get let me tell you something. You don't want to run out of spells. So and then it's just an idea.
That's happened to me a few times, and I'm like, crap.
Just got spell happy.
XT, I only have Oculus. I only have the Oculus green, dude. That's all I got. I don't have any of the other colors. It's the only color I have left. So, all right. What? Think of something. Think of a question. I'll tell you something else. Fighter mages, you can't wear plate mail armor because then it ruins your spell casting. Normally, chain mail is the best you can wear that won't affect your spell casting. But you'll have better armor on than the duelist, who will be starting with leather armor. Okay.
I mean, I like some leather every now and then.
Yes, of course you do.
We all do.
Can I make it into a whip? I'm just kidding.
You won't be using whip. Duelists think whip's dishonorable.
Okay.
Duelists don't use ranged attacks at all. They don't use bow attacks at all. You're going to be running into combat, kind of like what Viriel is, but with a different style of fighting. You're going to have a little more finesse to your fighting style, right? Just a hair, a little bit more.
But I'm supposed to be honorable.
Well, that's up to you.
Okay.
The code of the duelist is a self-imposed code. It's a very chaotic code. So whatever you decide is your code, how you want to be, that's what you stick to. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
All right. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, a lot of duelists are the most arrogant SOBs around. A lot of duelists are like, I don't need to show off how good I am until you provoke me. That's how a lot, so it's up to however you want to. Yep. Yep. So, but it's fun. It's a fun price to pay. Yes. So, as we're hanging here for a couple more minutes, throw out some stuff. Do you want to know more about the campaign? Do you want to know more about classes? Do you want to know more about how combat works? Please, especially
definitely more about like combat, since I have to also think about my choice of weapons as well.
Okay, so if you've seen a lot of my streams, we use D6 general initiative for group, and what happens in a setup is that, and let me, I'm not going to bring up any pictures. It'll take too long to find the right one. It goes group initiative, and if, depending on the situation, you'll have all the miniatures rules. You do not, it's not like 5th edition. You cannot run 40 feet and then swing in the same round. There's an action of area. Combat's technically not static. Is that the kitty? Or what is that I see?
Oh, that was my rabbit.
Oh!
Yeah, she likes to show herself every now and then.
Cool, very excellent. So you can move 10 feet and it doesn't affect your action. But moving beyond 10 feet, your action, I will call out based on positioning who goes. As you notice, call. So you don't need to worry. If you win initiative, you guys go first. But like ranged attacks, normally a magic missile spell, if your 4th level goes out to 140 feet. If you take a bow, your range limitation is going to be about 21 inches, 210 feet. And there's penalties that far out. But a bow, short range is to 70, medium range is to 140. So you can take a longbow too as a fighter mage, absolutely.
Okay.
As you run forward, you'll run into melee combat. Your movement rate with wearing chainmail will be 9 inches. So if something's beyond that, you can't even get to them in that round. As you're running forward, they can do something on you, or if you see what I got, it's called engagement. Both people are going in. Neither of them can swing at each other. They're both running to each other or whatever. So if you attack someone, they can attack you back. Vice versa. If you can't attack them, unless they have a ranged attack, like they shoot a bow at you or they do a breath weapon as you're running in, melee combat is on each other. Normally there's no attack, move off, so they can't. That doesn't work in old school 1E2E. Okay.
Yeah.
Grouping it. If you lose initiative is very vital in the game, as Christy can attest to. A lot of.
Yeah.
This is miniatures rules in old school 1E2E set, so that you have, a lot of advantages and disadvantages based on initiative. So, Oculus, yeah. Oculus. Did I say Oculus? Oculus. Yeah. So I have that green set. That's all I have left in Titan Dice. Good question. Having ranged weaponry is a way to offset if you're running low on spells too. And you have 5 weapon slots, so longbow is a perfect one to take too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah. So you'll have extra spell slot. You'll have longbow. That leaves you with 3 still. Thank you for all the follows. I guess everyone's enjoying this conversation.
Yeah.
I
know I'm having a blast. I'm learning a lot, and I can't wait to play with this character.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yes, it's coming up too. It won't be that long off.
I know. It's going to be totally different than Laertia. Well, okay, not totally different.
Which is great too.
They're both.
By the way, after 11, we're the number. Just this talk. We're the number 2 D&D stream on right now. Legends of Vantress, my friends there, they're crushing it like they always do. But we're just us hanging out here chatting. So you got 3 other slots. Let's see if we can get these filled from Courtney.
Okay, so definitely longbow.
Yep.
Great axe.
Okay, so Bardiche, yep. That leaves you 2 slots.
Can I do a short sword as well?
Probably want to do long sword unless you want to fight short sword. But I'm going to tell you, if you do that, having a shield fighting with one short sword and a shield is going to be very limited damage. You're not going to be but long sword is an elven weapon, and you get a +1 hit as a full-blooded elf with long sword.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. So definitely long sword then.
Yep. Now your final question is that last spot. If you don't want to go, you gotta have a super high dexterity to do dual wielding. Maybe you just want to go weapon and shield. So here's some other options for you. Let's talk about these instead of taking a weapon, because you'll have your long sword, you'll have your bardiche, you'll have a bow. Dirty fighting. In your melee combat, you elbow someone in the balls, you kick someone, you try and gouge your eye out, and if your first attack hits, you get an extra die 4 added in with your weapons. Blind fighting. If you're in darkness, you're only -2 to hit instead of -4. At At 8th level, there's no penalty at all. That's another option. Toughness, +1 hit point per level when you go up. Defensive training, you immediately get -1 to your armor class. Your armor class is 1 better. So there's some options that I think would be good for you to take if you're not going to do dual wield fighting. Just to give you some ideas. You don't have to make a choice on that 5th one, but just to give you some ideas. You could also take spell extension that like Laird does for clerical spells and extend your mage spells to a 50% duration.
Okay.
Limited number. You could take a mage ability instead. So for example, say you cast mirror image on yourself and you're 4th level and it lasts 4 rounds. But now it'll last 6 rounds.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another option for you to take a mage ability. You can also take resistance reduction as a mage. Those damn dark elves with magic resistance. Demons, devils, all the other stuff with magic resistance, it negates some of their magic resistance. So when you cast a spell, it just doesn't fizzle out. It doesn't work all the time. That's another thing you take.
Gotcha.
Yep, as an option there. So there's some ideas for you with your... If you really wanted to be badass, I don't recommend this. You take taunt. If you play World of Warcraft, you know what taunt is.
Yeah.
You could go in and go, you suck, to the thing, and it must fight you for 3 rounds if it fails its petrification save. And it draws right on you. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't think Funneling is a very toxic option.
Thank you, Greg. Right. Greg, this is kind of the stuff. This is why I love doing session zeros, Justinius. Giving you some ideas for mixing up the character classes. I've shown this on previous shows. Let me bring this up here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love it. But I mean, I might take something like a taunt.
Of course you would.
Yeah, as a duelist, it could be recommended here. Let me bring this up here.
I guess I need to know like how many hit points mine gets and stuff.
I will. You're die 12 per level. You're gonna have 45 or 50, 45 to 50 starting out. I think right off the bat.
Because Lairdia always only had like a little bit.
Yeah.
But that was also Lairdia.
These are proficiencies that are feats pulled from 3rd edition back into my game to count as weapons proficiency slots. So, for example, none of you specialization. These are fighter things. You're specialized in everything, Laird. You don't need to matter. But here are some of the ones I'm talking about. Here's 2-weapon fighting. That's one that Laird has to take. Her character, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna. Orin Thara has to take 2-weapon fighting as one of her proficiency slots. By the way, you get. I added one here. I'll tell you how many slots you have here. I think it's 5. Let me just check. Because I added 1, 2. Where's the hell is the duelist article? I know it's in my book here. I can't look at the one on 73 because I made a change. Duelist. Give me 1 second.
Oh, it's all good.
I got so much in my book here. Here it is. You start with 4, so you'll have 5. You'll have 5 proficiencies. So dual wield, 2-fisted fighting is one you have to take. So here's some of the ones I was talking about. Dirty fighting, blind fighting, monkey grip. That's normally if you want to take a 2-handed weapon and wield with it one-handed. I don't think any of you are going to be doing that because there's penalties involved with that. Yeah. You could actually take that and fight Bardishan Shield if you wanted to there, Courtney, but I just don't see a purpose for that with that fighter mage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But here's toughness, defensive training, they're all here. Coming down here are the mage abilities and special other abilities. Here's improved critical melee. You need to have specialization for that, but not duelist specialization. They can't take that. Sword and board's another cool one. Yeah, there's all sorts of things. Faithful Lucky, some things we could do. Here's the resistance reduction I was recommending. Definitely extra spell slot. I think right off the bat is something that your mage should take. That way you get that bonus spell. It's huge. Having it can make the difference. And Laird will tell you, right?
Yeah.
Having as many spells as possible. I've done Strohs on this, everyone. So just note that I'm not telling you anything. It's not in a Gabbin show. So do you make that list of feats, Jay? Yeah, this is all 1st edition. It's all 1st. Everything you see here is me converted back to first edition, Greg. Absolutely. Faithful Lucky would be good too, Lord Taker. Absolutely. So just to give you some ideas for that 5th slot there, Courtney. We have Longsword, we have Bardiche, we have Longbow, and we have extra spell slot Mage. So you can think on it. No need to tell me right now.
Well, I mean, I think I've already.
Oh, what would you like?
The spell expansion.
The spell extension. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, an instantaneous spell like Fireball can't be extended, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But a duration spell like Fire Shield on yourself, which I know that would be 4th level spell. But Mirror Image is the big one. That's a huge one that everyone tends to do. Defensive spells, Shield on yourself, Protection from Evil. You can extend all those. Invisibility, 10-foot radius. You cast it on the whole party and you extend it. Right? There's a lot of really cool spells that you can. Invisibility even on yourself.
Awesome.
A lot of cool spells. And at your level, I think you'll have 1 you can do per day. When you turn to 5th, I think you get 2. Let me take a look here. What's it say? Let me go back to this. So just so you're aware. Spell extension. Yep, see this? Increase spell duration by 1.5 times. 1 spell per 4 levels per day. 1, 5, 9. So you'll have 1 to do when you're 4/4, and then when you turn to 5th level mage, you'll be able to do 2 spells per day extended, just like Christie's able to do now. Okay? Very cool.
Nice.
Look at that. We got that done. All right,
Nice.
Christy.
Yes.
Let's talk about what weapons. Dave, it's okay. My own Space on Campfire. That's what the Gabbin shows are for. Gabbins for my campaign, Legends and Lores for Greyhawk lore and discussing all the other stuff. So that's why I try and I've had 275 Gabbins with all this information on it already. So, Greg. I should have your email, but just whisper it to me, or just put it to me in Discord. I'll send you it. Sure, no problem. I share everything. As long as you note when you get these that, hey, it's from Lord Gazama's campaign, I have no problem sharing anything that I do. Okay. So, you have 4 slots. You have 2 weapon fighting open, done. So, you need elven weapons. Longsword, short sword are like definites.
Yes.
All right.
Because I'm not going to cut many heads off with a short sword.
Well, short sword. Short sword's
I'm kidding.
You may. So some weapons that monsters fight with that are. You probably want to add 1 more primary and 1 more secondary weapon to your repertoire. Scimitar, broadsword, rapier, a little more rare, but if you fight other duelists, normally they have them. Secondary ideas, epee, which is it gives you extra parrying, dagger, although you may just want to go with 1 secondary, your short sword, because of size, and go with 3 primary weapons. So there's some ideas, that you'll see. Sometimes you'll come across some really bizarre stuff, but you want to have as many weapons as possible so that you can go out against someone. Now, you can't fight longsword. You have to fight short sword is a secondary hand weapon because of size in this game. So if you want another different type of one, it's got to be a small. Sometimes even hammer. Sometimes that's a good secondary hand weapon. Horseman's mace, another good secondary hand weapon. A lot less damage, but still, yeah. Yep. So right now you have longsword and you have short sword.
And I have to pick. You said
you don't have to. What's that? 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pick them right now. We can talk about that and you can think about it. But I'm just telling you weapons you're going to see.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen like what the Elven Cavalier fights. Longsword, dagger. That's her fighting style. You see that, Scimitar's always a good one because a lot of orcs, a lot of bugbears, gnolls. If they're not, if not fighting with battle axe is definitely not a duelist weapon. You're not gonna take battle axe. So
right.
You're gonna take. Yes, hammers and maces are good. Yes, you're absolutely right. A lot of people do not like. One of the downfalls of some characters is they go all edged. And they don't have a blunt weapon, and then skeletons usually take half damage against them. A lot of other things, but that doesn't. Most duelists, 50% of duelists, Never take a blunt weapon, which is part of their style. They're going against other duelists. Remember, that's the thing. A duelist, number one, always enemy are other duelists that can take your gravitas away from you, right? Can take your. If you come across a duelist out there, some of the named duelists in the campaign, Nana, Owlie, Gilliam himself, they all have duelist schools. One has a school in Altamira, one has a school in Harby, one has a school in Narwhal, one has a school in the Free City Greyhawk. All these legendary duelists, that's your goal. And the number one of all time, one of the most hated characters in the campaign, he's now an NPC. His name is, if you know Dragonlance, Gilthanus Markham. He is the son of Swain Markham, Buddy Mark's great PC, and Lorana from Dragonlance, who he brought back in a portaled adventure we did in the 80s. And they had a son named Gilthanus, and he's a giant douche.
I love it.
He walks.
There's so many to choose from.
Yes. He's out of Altamira as well. He doesn't have a school, but he's out of Altamira. Yes, he's an NPC. He's a member of the Night Stalkers, an adventuring group in Altamira. Of course, I will have you run across him, and you'll see how much of a douche he is.
I'm sure, and I'll be like, well, I can match you.
He is 8th level.
No.
He is 8th level.
No.
Yes. Style has a price, exactly. Style has a price. So just so you're aware. And
definitely.
Yes.
That's why I'm thinking of a mace. I know that doesn't do as much damage, but you like your skeletons.
Yeah, so you want to do Horseman's Mace? Or do you want to do, you probably want to go secondary hand.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go ahead and do that. And then
I like that. And then Scimitar?
I don't even know what that is.
Scimitar is a slightly curved sword. Did you ever see 13th Warrior?
Yeah.
He turns that weapon. Oh, you have a toothpick. He turns it into a scimitar. Yeah, that's I turn it. That's a scimitar is like think of like Arabian lands. They tend to think of those curved blades. You know, almost all the orcs in Lord of the Rings movies have scimitars.
Oh, that would be badass.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want one of those. I could just picture like the half moon on the top of it, bringing out like.
So you have two primary weapons: longsword, scimitar. You have two secondary weapons. You'll have short sword, horseman's mace. Think about this. Look at all the combinations: longsword, horseman's mace, longsword, short sword, scimitar, short sword, scimitar, horseman's mace. You can fight any of those styles.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. Look
Nice.
at that. We got all.
I like it.
You got all 5 of yours done. Look at how beautiful that is. We got all the weapon proficiencies done. All that. I will flesh out the gear. Maybe one magic item each to start. A real lesser item. Armor. I'll get based on your background. All I need is general appearance, and that's it. So just think of this. Elven traits. More elven for you, Courtney, than you, Christy. You're half elven. You'd be your second half elf. So you can just get back with me on that at some point. If you want to Discord that to me, just think about it a little bit. Also, dress. Are you going to be foppish? Are you going to be more outdoors types? Just so I can do the outfit that's surrounding your armor and all in the portrait workshop as I make it up. A lot of people want to go woodsman because they're elves. They want to blend in with the so you don't have a lot of greens and browns. Or as a duelist, do you want to be completely foppish and have purples and reds and oranges? You just tell me on all that, right? There's some options with how foppish you want to be and how grandiose you want to be.
I'm probably going to stand out a little bit.
Of course. Of course. And I have figures to do that too. So
nice.
Yes. Exclamation point drawing, everyone. You get another gift certificate from Troll Art Games. If you won one earlier, you can win another one. So just note that. Okay? Just note. Yep. So what else would you like to know? We'll have 2 other players. I haven't decided on them yet. We'll see who we got. I'll talk to you both off camera on that too. Okay, about the 2 other players, at least 2 from between 4 and 6 players in this. Well, we're going to do around 4th level, and we'll pull right out of the Free City of Altamira what's going on, because that day is a doubleheader for me. In the morning,
dang.
In the morning, I'm DMing for you. At 6 o'clock, I DM for Ed Greenwood and 2 drink minimum.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I may tie the Avengers in somehow together.
Nice.
But-
No, they
Wait,
won't
the-
have to go rescue all your bodies. I'm sorry. Don't worry about
I was gonna say the Avengers,
that.
like Captain America.
2 drink minimum. 2 drink minimum. Yeah.
So that'd be so much
You will
fun.
avenge us. Yes. Avengers a class, by the way. Avengers a subclass of Druid in my game.
Oh, I was
it-
thinking Captain America or Black Widow, like my shirt.
So, anything else you'd like to know? As we had a fun discussion here. Look at that.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
really fun. I learned a lot.
Absolutely.
very, a lot of information, but definitely learned a lot.
And just note, Courtney, that I don't expect you to. It's just like Christy. It's taking. Don't worry about like. Oh my gosh. If you accidentally cast a fireball and it hits all your party, I'll be. There's area effect spells are friend or foe.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And you will have fireball anyway because you'll be 4th level mage. So you only got 1st and 2nd level spells, so you're not gonna have any that you're gonna have to worry about. Someone tried. I think Laird almost cast a lightning bolt into the party today too, right?
He did like
I
once or
did.
twice.
I
Yeah.
did. Well, the first lightning bolt did fine. The second one, I was like, oh, it would go through my party.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, Les, I thought this was the perfect time just to session 0 this out, and then so the community can see what
Yeah.
goes on behind the scenes here too, and that we, what's going on a little bit in the game. I think I haven't even got my gabbing for tomorrow night. I think we're going to do a little bit more on just what it takes, entailing tomorrow's discussion will be on developing new characters in Gabbin tomorrow night at 7:00 for my normal talk show.
Nice.
That shout out is TBD. I haven't even gotten to that, putting that in together yet, but that'll be what we're going to talk about even tomorrow night a little bit more. We'll go into turtle party kill. Of course, you got me there with my South Jersey accent. So I really appreciate you both coming on. This was a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
appreciate-
thank you.
What?
I
I
learned
agree.
a ton.
Yeah, agree. I really appreciate the opportunity to do this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think you
Mhm.
both have a lot of fun with just playing, and it'll be.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
and having 2 characters of like almost totally different fighting styles and stuff is gonna be
Yes.
so much fun.
Absolutely.
And yes, agreed.
It is. I'm gonna try and make her into a badass.
That's it.
I will not be swayed by you.
Badass duelists. Now, note
Yes.
this, and it doesn't happen that much because of you all usually. Come on, the audience loves the ladies playing, and you always get a lot of hero points, right? But that fumble and critical hit table, say your 2 are meleeing next to each other, there is if a fumble, critical hit friend on it. It happens very rarely, but
Mm-hmm.
one's an automatic fumble, and if you can roll critical hit friend or hit friend double, or there's all sorts of crazy stuff on that table. We
That
have
suck.
had in the 40 years of playing a critical hit friend decapitation. We had that once.
Oh.
Oh no.
It was
Oh, no.
and the 2 characters never liked each other to start, and that made it even funnier. So yeah.
I bet.
yeah. So, but that is
That's
something.
awesome.
But it happens so very rarely in these special games because you get loaded up with hero points. Look at me. I got not a single hero point today.
I know, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, poor you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know you guys were upset about that. You guys are so upset. So,
I was so upset.
yeah. Here's another thing, especially for Courtney.
Yes.
This is the Anna Meyer and the Bones doctrine, because Bones does this too. Fighting.
Mhm.
Monster. 2 of your friends fighting that monster. You're 40 feet away. You
Mhm.
shoot your bow at the target. 5th edition, nothing bad would happen. Okay, you're we call it shooting into melee combat. This happens with spells also that you need to roll to hit, like Melf's Acid Arrow is another one. If you do that and miss, here's the fight going on. You shot an arrow and you missed the target. You need to re-roll to see if you hit one of your friend's rear armor class, which
Oh,
is
no.
back. Yes. Shooting into melee combat is bad. You tend to shoot bows at targets that are unobstructed with your friends in front of them. Just note.
Mhm.
right? But Anna doesn't care. Anna Meyer's always like, damn the torpedo. She's shooting me in combat all day long. Bones' character, Devin, her bandit, shoots into melee combat all day long too. Yeah, they tend to hit.
If it happens, unfortunately, it happens.
Yes, exactly. Now,
I'll remember that.
Imagine that. I'm going to give you an example. Yeah, I'm going to give you an example of maybe when that would have been necessary. That Medusa turned 3 people into stone, and there's one person fighting left, and the other one, you may want to shoot into melee combat if you think the thing's almost dead, right?
Mhm.
I'm just giving you examples where I think it would be perfectly legitimate to do. So I want to know, does the audience have any questions for me or Christy or Courtney? Please ask before we close this out. Because this was fun. This has been a real fun time.
This was a lot of fun.
It was. This is awesome.
Never
Agreed.
let an opportunity to stream go to waste.
Oh, exactly.
100%.
We also have almost
Because you
so
never
many people.
know.
So any final questions from the audience? And any final questions from each of you? So Pat66, if you shoot into melee, do it as an area effect. You can always heal the friends once combat is over. So
I mean, that's true.
we had an instance of that today, where the Medusa, Larissa was up the Medusa, and Kyanthe cast Bolt's Hellhail, which is an area effect, fire version of an ice storm, and the area effect. Viriel wanted to get into melee combat so she ran into it. She actually chose. It would be the same effect as if Viriel was already in there, and that area effect spell got cast, and the damage was done. So sometimes she was barely damaged. It made sense. It was a spell that only could do as much as 24 points of damage, so she took the chance. But there is no spell sculpting in 1E2E. You can't cast Fireball and it only hits the baddies. You know, there's a price to be paid for area effect. Good point. Good point. I remember PC tried using exotic weapon where they were unfamiliar with the militants, a panicking crowd. Rolled a 1, wound up missing the bad guy, took out civilians, caused another. Yeah, that's a great point, Les.
No. And see, if my other 2 teammates hadn't ran in, I was actually thinking about doing my 4th level ice storm.
Right.
Medusa and all those people, but because my teammates ran in, I was like, God dang it.
Well, that's what you did. You did Vitriolic Sphere as instead, which was targeted, but it made it save right off the bat. Ice Storm, there's no save. Ice Storm's a nasty 4th level spell.
I was planning on doing it when you brought out the other guys, but I was like, oh, let's go and hit my people.
Right, exactly. Now, she ice stormed you back, but you were only one standing back there then, and that's why in that area effect. It's 40 by 40 ice storm. It's a large area. Yeah, so good point. 1E's about making choices and dealing with the fallout. Exactly. And that's why I love 1E, 2E, old school. That's why, by the way, did you hear we're all going to get more animated emotes coming? 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a partner's getting 5. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm always I have other ones, but I'm never sure what to delete, which one to get rid of.
Whoops.
You do have a lot of good ones. It's hard.
I love them. But no, I love the choices change everything. I love those kind of games too.
1 sec here.
Like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I'm still live. It's okay. All right, hon. See you. Bye.
I love it.
She works till 3, but got friends coming over and we're doing that tasting tonight.
Oh, that'll be so much fun.
Yes. You're gonna have so much fun with that.
Moonshine taste testing, yes. So
don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh well, then I'm in trouble.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a long list.
Yeah, whoopsie! I hit a camera thing there, and that was what else? In final, that was a good question. We played old school here for 40 years. It's as everyone says, 1.J rules. I got so many different books filled with stuff. here. You guys made it easy to get these characters developed. Think of just some elven traits that you want: eye color, hair color, clothing. Just so I can get the portraits done. I'll be sitting around. If you can get them to me by tomorrow morning, that'd be great. Just so I can start working on those portraits and get the character. You've seen the character sheets. You all know the character sheet will end up looking, here's some more from other special people. Just with a picture, right? You'll have the picture in the corner and the character sheet. I sent Courtney a copy of Larija just so she knew what to expect there. I hope you didn't mind that, Christy. I didn't think you would.
Not at all.
Just for her to see about the character. Yes. So a retro clone. So old school is the way to go. So last call, please. Everyone follow everyone on the Greyhawk Creative Stream team. Okay. I gotta add some more people to that too. The stream team is awesome. Great thing about being a partner, and let's do some shout outs here for our two guests. So, Coco Bunny, where can they find you? And tell us a little bit more about your stream.
My stream is definitely for people to meet other people, for me to meet other people, support each other, be there to help each other out. It's very wholesome and a lot of blonde moments. So you will definitely have a laugh at least once every stream.
And that's
so
fantastic.
Go there to laugh, go there to enjoy yourself. And if you just need like a little escape from reality, I mean, that's what I hope to achieve.
And you're fairly new to streaming, which is great, and it's wonderful to see you doing that. And I'm really excited, to have you join the group in the community, because there's a lot going on, lots of games, lots of D&D, and D&D is a good way to. People may have political differences, or have religious differences, or have whatever differences they have. I mean, one thing, we don't ever discuss politics. We don't ever discuss any of that stuff. It's all about enjoying each other's company and gaming here.
Agreed.
So, and that's the thing. I will take her. Don't worry about it. Thank you. You're in. Thank you for letting me know on that. No problem. And lastly, Christy, what's going on? Shout out your second time. This time I didn't forget you.
I was gonna be like, he skipped me again, that little wink licker. I'm totally kidding. Hey, so as a lot of y'all probably know, I'm Little Bird. I've been streaming for about 2 years. I freaking love it. I've been here for about maybe 9 months now, 10 months, I think, which has been a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. That long. Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, time flies by. I could have a Twitch baby.
It does.
But I get into all sorts of games. I do a lot of first-person shooter like Call of Duty and Fortnite. I've been getting into a lot more horror games lately, though, like Dead by Daylight, Phasmophobia, and Isolation, all that good stuff. I'm also known as the Sus Queen, if y'all can't tell, because that's what she said, and they all have double meanings.
Michael Scott, man after my own heart.
I love Michael Scott. I
Love
want to get a shirt that has his face that says like Michael Scott for president.
I have the same last name as him. That's my last name, Scott.
You do. It's freaking awesome. But no, it's all about laughs and fun and all that good stuff. And we get I get a little dirty in my stream too sometimes. So you have to have a dirty sense of humor.
What's the longest stream you've done?
36 hours.
Oh my God.
I was planning on doing a 39-hour stream
That's
this
insane.
week coming up, but my work really got in the way. So I'm going to be doing a 24 in 2 weeks, and then I'm going to be doing a 39-hour stream towards the end of December. I do at least one 24-hour stream a month. That's kind of become my normal, and I freaking love them.
Oh yeah, she got dared to do the 39, so we're not letting her get out of that.
I know, and I'll be doing it. I'll do it. But I love doing 24-hour streams. They're so much fun.
The longest. All right, cool. Les will be joining me with Anna tomorrow night. That's perfect for that discussion. Thanks, Les. So, if the longest I've ever done was like 10, 11 hours straight when we did our 1,000th adventure. Now, I'm not talking about session. So, Courtney, if you get to put this in perspective, This adventure today was number 1020 in the campaign. It's roughly 3,400 sessions, right? That's what we in 43 years.
Dang.
That shows you how freaking old I am, right? But in June we did a 1,000th. We did Tomb of the King, and we just ran straight through. I had all my guys over early Saturday, and we ran till we finished. And that ran like 10, 11 hours. That's the longest I've ever done straight.
Dang.
Yeah, nowhere near 24 or 36 hours. That's just insane. Of course.
I love it.
Of course. So here's what's going on the channel. Tomorrow night, Gabbin, at 7 o'clock, we'll continue this creating new characters for your campaign. All right. Next Wednesday, we have Amy Crittenden on. We have my Greyhawk. Oh, I may have a banner for that. Let me see. I should have that still. Hold on one second. My apologies here for not being prepared.
Do it.
Okay. So in the community, we always run these every so many weeks or months. We run where someone gets to highlight what they do in their own. Why isn't that showing? That's weird.
You gotta love OBS or Streamlabs, whichever one you
I'm
use.
using XSplit
Right.
Broadcaster. I think I must have done
okay.
something. All right. Well, we can't see it. That's strange. I must. You know what? I think I kicked the cord and I took it out and lost connectivity. It's called
No.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. My Greyhawk, Amy Crittenden, her name's Thala in chat normally. So we're gonna go over her Greyhawk world on Wednesday. No stream next Thursday because of Thanksgiving, and I may do something next over the weekend next Saturday. We're too far out. But here's the big dates. December 3rd, Sunday night, Gabbin will be a DM's roundtable discussion. I better check something real quick. I have a legend coming on. Go to her Instagram, Punk Rock Jenny. She's got over 10,000 followers on Instagram. Will be joining me for a DM's roundtable discussion. Hopefully,
nice.
Hopefully, with the legendary Ed Greenwood joining us as well for a DM's roundtable discussion, and that'll be Sunday on the 3rd. Sunday, December 3rd at 9 p.m. And then the week after, Saturday, is you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you and Ed Greenwood at night, along with all the other normal streams I'm doing in the next couple of weeks. So, all right.
Awesome.
Let's see who's going to do. I got to bring up Streamlabs and do the giveaway real quick. Let's see who wins this extra gift certificate. Please give me 1 second. Last call, exclamation point drawing if you want to get in. This will be a third one I give away today. All right. Let's see who wins this. Closing it out. Giveaway. Winner. Dale, Asher the Bear, or as I once said a long time ago, Ass Hurt the Bear.
Ass Hurt the Bear. I'm never going to see it the same ever again now.
No.
Gotcha, Dale.
It's rigged.
All right. A great community follower and supporter, so I got no problem with that, right? Alrighty, who should we raid into?
Congrats,
Do either of you have a streamer on that you're partnered with, or I don't even have as a follow that would be cool to raid into?
I may. I mean, I know Myriad's on. That's what I was.
Oh, is Myriad already on? Oh, we're doing
Myriad's
Myriad.
on.
We're doing
She's
Myriad.
She's got little bones on. I was gonna say Myriad.
Absolutely. I didn't even look closer. Yeah, Myriad's a definite, 100%. So
I've had her up.
Courtney, thank you. I hope you had fun.
I did. I had a lot of fun.
Good.
It was a blast.
Excellent. I'll see you both. I'll talk to you both over Discord about character visuals, and we'll get this all done. We'll get this all fleshed out, and see you all tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Standard 7 o'clock EST tomorrow night, and no Eagles game going late, so I don't have to worry about that. So, have a good one.
You too. Thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Let's set up the raid. Everyone say hi to Myriad, please, as I set this raid up.
Yes, y'all are gonna love Myriad. She's so sweet.
Weird Ashmore. My voice is almost gone.
Oh no! I mean, you should have seen me at the end of my 36-hour stream. I couldn't talk for like 2 days because I never talk ever, do I?
Yeah, right. Look at this. We're gonna get almost 70. 69. Nice number.
Okay, that's perfect.
5,
That's
4,
the number
3,
of the day.
2, 1. See you tomorrow night.
The number of the day. Let's go.
Let's make sure the raid went in. We're off.